What's up guys, it's Michael here. In this video, we're gonna talk about the Proposition 22 and what changes might affect you. Based on my experience, I had a friend who works close with me in video editing and he also works in Doordash. So I went up to him and asked him what effects would have on his side job as currently working in Doordash. And he sent me a link and I went and reviewed what potentially could happen, the positives and the negatives of Proposition 22 passing. So Proposition 22 passed with a whopping 58% in the year of 2020 ballot. And it allowed people who were before apparently as employees now become independent contractors. So there are two sides to the story. The first side is as an employee, they don't really make a lot working as Uber, Lyft, Doordash. In general, paying taxes on those after seeing their tax returns, they don't make anything. So I believe they shouldn't even be taxed as an employee. So now since this proposition passed, now consider as independent contractors. There's this plus sides and a negative sides. If you're an employee, you'll be covered by the company itself for all the benefits such as insurance mainly and other costs for using the app itself. So I'm going to break down what this proposition affects specifically for these people who work in these type of food delivery services. The one I'm mainly covering will be Doordash. It started in Wednesday, December 16, 2020, in Doordash's website. You will now apparently enjoy guaranteed earnings, which is pretty much kind of vague. So basically they're saying they'll allow you to basically work underneath the time and you will still get paid a lot. That sounds, it's like you're not doing your job. Apparently now you need to take an uninterrupted 6-hour break if you work in DoorDash for more than 12 hours in a 24-hour period of time. So now they're making mandatory that you take a 6-hour break. In my opinion, I think that should be up to the person's, opinion. Because when I see DoorDash is basically a side hustle or a side gig that people take. They don't make a lot. This honestly should not even be used for earning for a living in California because California itself is way too expensive. But most of the people that I know that work in DoorDash and Uber and Lyft, they're just doing it, to have spare time to use it to make extra income on the side. So I believe they shouldn't even be taxed in the first place. And there's people saying there's got to be, more traffic on the road. I'm like, buddy, someone has to bring food and deliver, right? Someone has to make money, right? There's always going to be traffic, no matter what you say. It's never going to change unless you change the way how transportation works. I'm based in California, which that's probably not going to happen because all the government policies are all crap. So based on in January 1st in 2021, now they changed it. Now you'll have a healthcare plan. So specifically in DoorDash, you'll now have a healthcare plan and you'll be required to complete a new state mandatory safety course by the end of July 2021. So before you just go in pretty much blindfolded, you just basically sign up for the app, apply, get qualified, you can start doing what you need to do to deliver food and make income. So based on what else they have in Proposition 22, what stays the same compared to before after this prop change is now you get paid as you deliver. So all the incentives and benefits you had before will still be the same. You'll still receive the same base pay for each delivery and will continue to receive 100% of the tips on top of this amount, which is great. That's actually really great for an employee. And also getting paid each week. You'll still be able to enjoy your weekly earnings and have the option to cash out daily with fast pay. So that hasn't changed on Prop 22. So what is new on Prop 22, which this is the controversial part, guaranteed earnings. So when you see that term, it's like guaranteed earnings, what do you mean? So basically you can say you're not working, you can earn money. So what it states here that you'll earn at least 100, at least, remember the term, at least, it's highlighted bold, at least 120% of the minimum wage based on the local minimum wage at the pickup location on the active time on your platforms. So there's basically a bunch of loopholes right there you do have to watch out for. So based on the time of your delivery, starting from when you accept it, plus the 30 cents per mile for an active time you're delivering a motor vehicle in California, this means you'll be compensated for the time you'll be waiting at the restaurant driving to the customer. So how does it work? What they're saying is your total DoorDash delivery pay meets or exceeds the amount you are guaranteed. Let's say, well, if you're gonna earn at least 120% of the minimum wage, so you're gonna make 120% minimum wage, and who is gonna pay for it? So all the people who got this pass, I mean, great. It's good for employee. There's ups and downs, but someone's got to suffer. And the person that suffer, I don't see the company suffering, because the company itself, what a company is, they have to grow. They don't stagnate. If they stagnate, they're gonna die. If they don't improve, someone else is gonna take over. So as a company itself, they're not gonna suffer from this. As an employee, it seems like an employee, they got a lot more benefits. And the person who has suffered is, I believe, at this point looking at this, at their website, is a consumer. So I'll say at least you'll see a slight increase in your food when you order from Uber, Lyft, and Doordash because of the guaranteed minimum wage earnings of 120%. So, I mean, that's a trade-off. And the one going against this rule, I'll say, is government unions, based on looking at the app who put ads against it. So before Prop 22 passed, it was paid by employees. They're considered as employees. So basically they have to pay tax to the state. And based on my friend himself, he earns like less than $1,000 a week just working DoorDash. And if he works as an employee, he has to pay more tax. Like, are you kidding me? This guy makes less than $1,000. Even I pay more than him working on editing and videos and working with me in my business. And just looking at this right now, it's just pretty ridiculous. It's like, man, I'm really happy that they made them as an independent contractor. At least they get more benefits, and at least they still provide them healthcare. But as a consumer point, yeah, you have to pay the price for it. It's got to be really noticeable. Well, we'll see what the prices will be when you use Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash for those people who use it. So by the end of the week, the DoorDash delivery pay is less than your guaranteed earnings a week. DoorDash will do an adjustment for the differences you can always earn with a peace of mind. Meaning, if you make less than a guaranteed amount, 120% of the minimum wage, then they'll make adjustment for you. So, well, DoorDash is not going to take the loss on that. I'm pretty sure the person that'll be taking a loss will be the consumer. At the end, it really depends on whose side you're on. So are you with people who voted no, so they want to be with the unions, saying that they should be an employee, or were you one of the people who voted yes, saying they should be independent contractors? The main two is, one, if you're an employee, you're gonna be paying more benefits and taxes. So at the same time, your benefits would be, you have a least chance to get fired, and at the same time, as you're an employee, you gotta pay more tax, so that's how they get you from there. Independent contractor, there's ups and downs too. So that's when you get way more pay, but the down part is the consumer. So if they get way more pay for the amount of work they do, then the people gonna suffer will be the consumer. They have to pay more money just to use Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash. See you next time on video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Peace.